And if I get time today, I will post some of the last few on there. I haven't posted anything in a while for those of you that want to watch one again or send it to your friends. Okay. All right, let's get going.
Ira, not everybody's muted.
I'm going to mute everybody right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I was following them on 3.
Okay. Go ahead and take a moment with your feet pointed straight ahead. Hold on, I have one light that's not working. Take some deep breaths. Feel your body. All right, are we good? Okay. Feet on the floor, feet pointed straight ahead, full breaths into your rib cage. Start expanding the space and decompressing the spine with your breath, allowing your rib cage to make that full inhalation and exhalation, getting bigger and smaller with each breath. Feel your feet on the floor, check and make sure that they're pointed straight ahead. And then take 1 foot forward, about halfway up your mat, and then bend your knees. So not too far between your feet. And then bend your knees so that it's pulling on the muscles on the front of the thighs. And then allow your pelvis to gently tip forward. And that's going to move your spine and upper back all the way up into your shoulders. And then lift and lower your toes. Lift and press 20 times. This is called short foot. Keep your hands relaxed. Lift and press. Lift and press. Press. See if your ears can begin to balance themselves over your shoulders so that your head is also repositioning. And then switch. Back foot straight ahead, front foot straight ahead. Bend your knees. Sink down into that, letting the muscles of the front of the leg pull, letting the pelvis gently tip forward, and then lift and press into the floor 20 times. Feeling the muscles of the bottom of your foot, finding the muscles that help the arch all the way up behind your knee. Lift and press. First side again, coming out of that and bending into your knees, letting your ribs expand, letting your pelvis gently tip forward, opening up your shoulders, bringing your head back over your shoulders, and then front foot once again, lift and press. 20 times. Lift, push. Do your best not to squint your toes, but just press them straight down. Switch. Second side, second time. And release out of that. Then feet pointed straight ahead. Start with shoulder shrugs. Slide them up, push them down. Slide them up, push them down. Little squeeze between your shoulder blades so that your upper back is staying in a little bit of extension. Relax your belly. And release. Again, open it up, slide them up, push them down. And then shoulder rolls up and forward and around. And backwards. Excellent. Then right into a, excuse me, a shoulder squeeze. Pinch your shoulder blades together and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. All right, if you have your yoga block, go stand on your yoga block if you can by a wall. If you don't have it by a wall, you could just do a calf stretch. With one foot up on the block like this, and just let that whole back side of the leg lengthen. If you can bring it up to a wall, please do so and get ready for your wall drop. Let your heels hang down, butt to the wall, middle back to the wall, open your shoulders, and breathe. So standing up there with your heels hanging down, letting the whole backside of the leg lengthen. It's going to put a little extension up into your low back. You may feel some pressure. Then bring your arms out to about 30 degrees abducted from your body and rotate your upper arm bone outward so that you're opening the shoulder and getting the upper arm bone to have that rotation. Open and release. Open and release. Okay, come on out of that, release, and then come down onto your back, feet on the floor, knees bent. From this position, bring your arms out to the sides, go right into your reverse presses. Squeeze your shoulders underneath your back in towards your spine, and then release. Squeeze, release. If you have any lumbar erector imbalance or difference between the right and left shoulder, begin to even that out. Squeeze, release. Find the muscles that work those upper back. Slide the shoulder blade in toward your spine. Squeeze, release. Keep going. Let's do 10 more. Pinch, release. That's about 10. Interlace your fingers. Pull your arms over your head to the floor and back up. All the way over. All the way up. Let's go 20. You may have your arms interlaced or separated so that they each work one at a time. Letting the whole shoulder move, glide, rotate as you bring the arm up and back up. Pushing into the thoracic back a little bit, letting the thoracic back open where it needs to. One more. And 20. Arms out to the side. Drop both knees out to the side. We're going to do an active frog. So as your knees drop out to the side, your pelvis is going to gently tip forward. And then as you bring your legs back, it's going to have a slight tipping backwards. So allow the weight of your legs to hit the thigh bones, to hit the pelvis, and to let it roll a little bit forward. You may tuck your shoulders underneath you a little more to let that happen, a little more extension through your pelvis and low back. And then as you bring it in, you'll feel a little bit of a flattening. Drop it out Bring it in. Do it slowly enough that you feel that happening. Out and in. Femur-driven lumbar extension. Just slightly. One more. And then bring your legs up. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and open up that hip. And just breathe, gently pressing your knee away from your body, letting the femur continue to rotate outward. And switch. And release out of it. And then come up to kneeling. From this kneeling position, we're going to let the muscles of the thighs be pulled on. Press your hips a little bit forward. And then let's go into elbow curls in this position. So fold your fingers into your palms, hands to your temples. And just feel what it's like to hang out in that position. Pressure on your knees, soft belly, big breath. Kind of lengthen up through your side body so you get as long as possible, and then elbows all the way together so they touch, and all the way back. All the way together, all the way back. And 20. Arms out and release. Fold your fingers to your palms. Bring your arms down by the sides. Bring it out to the sides. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Circle forward. 40 circles. And release. Flip them over, palms up. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back and backwards 40 circles. Relax your belly, full breath in, expand your waistline. Exhale, get narrow through your waistline. Big full breath again. And out. release. Interlace your fingers, flip your hands over, take it all the way up. Full extension, that big rotation of the shoulder blade. Bring it back as far as you can. Look up, hold it, and breathe. Feel your thighs having to react to that. Working in a lengthened position. Maybe a shortness at the bottom of your feet. Come say hi if you want. In your backpack or in the car. Your red one's in the car, I think. You could ask Dad to brush it. My keys are right there. Yeah, it will. It dries fast. Just go get it. Go ask Dad to wash it. Or ask Dad to call Grandma and ask where your other masks are. And release. Release your hands all the way down, cats and dogs. And then come down onto your back. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Bring it all the way down to the side in a hip crossover stretch. Look to the right, palms down, shoulders tucked underneath you. Hold this and breathe. We use hip crossovers for differences between the right and left hip, differences between the low back muscles on the right and left side. Big full breaths. Yeah. I probably took it out. It's probably down here on the bench. Merrick has a red mask in the car that needs to be washed. Come on up. Switch. All the way over. Turn your head. McCoy, yours is in your backpack. Bring it up. Both feet on the floor. Rock it back and forward. Back and up. Down and up. Pelvic tilts.
And then send your right leg out on the floor. Keep your left leg bent. Flex the ankle, pull the ankle back, tighten the thigh, and then rotate the leg at the hip all the way out and all the way in. All the way out, all the way in. So you're doing supine femur rotation, shoulders tucked underneath you. All the way out, all the way in. And then switch legs. Flex the ankle back, out and in. Keep looking in your front pocket of your backpack.
No, that's the one that broke.
Your red one's in there too.
That broke the last one.
Okay, your red one's in there too.
The front pocket of my mask.
Of your backpack. Good. First side again. Flexing that foot back, tightening up your thigh, out and in. Even if you can get to a little bit of hyperextension at that knee, just a touch, you should be able to have about 3 degrees of hyperextension possible in that leg. So see if you can tighten up your thigh muscles enough that almost that you could pull that heel off the floor. Did you find them, Dad? Switch.
Mom, is my backpack in your car?
I don't know. Probably. Otherwise, I'd put it right down on the bench.
Is it? Is it in the car?
I thought I got both of them out. Go look. Both feet on the floor, find your butt muscles. Squeeze and release your butt muscles. Pinch and release. Squeeze, release. Keep going. Find those glutes. If you're having a difficult time finding them, you could take both legs out straight and find them that way and make sure that both butt cheeks are really squeezing, activating. Maybe the quad muscles have to lengthen or the hip flexor muscles have to lengthen for you to be able to get a really good contraction at the glute. There's a battery in his bag. It just needs to be pushed in. Grab your block, place your block between your knees, and then press, squeeze the block. Find the adductor muscles, the muscles on the inside of your legs. Squeeze and then release. Keep going. Squeeze, release. Go ahead and take that away. Take both legs straight up into the air. Flex your feet back and just hold it. As your legs go up, your back's going to tilt back just a little bit, flattening your low back slightly to the floor. Shoulders can stay more open. As the pelvis tips backwards, the upper back has to open more. So see if you can release the shoulder, bicep, pec muscle, neck, some of the front of the neck, even scalenes, sternocleidomastoid. Hold them up there. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your legs down. Roll onto your belly. Bring your arms out to the corners of your mat, or kind of out by your sides, out by your rib cage. You can go hands up onto your fingertips. Pigeon toe your feet. Lift your shoulders up and away from the floor and begin to gently lengthen your belly. Take it up into a little bit of a mini cobra. Just starting to bring your body into some extension. Pelvis heavy to the floor. Lengthening your belly, opening that space, shoulders moving down your back. Big full breath, and then releasing it down. Again, shoulders lifting up and away from the floor, arms in that good shoulder position, shoulder blades moving down your back, lifting and lengthening, and releasing it down. You can go ahead and fold your hands underneath your forehead and then point your toes and bend both knees. So as you pull on the muscles again of the front of the hip, it's going to lengthen. That's going to lift the pelvis slightly. Point your toes a lot. Get in touch with those muscles in the bottom of your feet. See if you can get all 3 arches to engage. Shoulders relaxing. Point, 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 point. Bring your heels as close to your butt as you possibly can. And release it back down. This time, bend them up. Bring your knees together. Take the heels away from each other, allowing the leg bone to rotate in the socket. Take a big full breath and just let your sacrum adjust to that position. And then bring your ankles together and apart. All the way in, all the way out. And then release them down and hold one leg up there, 20 circles all the way around. Reverse. And point and flex. Release and switch. All the way circles. And reverse. And point and flex. And then gently press up and out of this onto your hands and knees again. Back into your cats and dogs and just integrate that into the rest of your body. Balancing the right and left side. And then tuck your toes under and press up into your downward facing dog pose. Begin to tie it all in. One heel releasing and the other, go ahead and pedal it out. And then just hang out in your downward dog. Big full breaths. And walk it in. Come all the way up to standing. Grab your chair or your bench and take it into a assisted runner stretch. 1 foot forward and 1 foot back with that measurement if you want to, but from the back heel to the front, to the back knee to the front heel. Tucking your toes under, pressing both legs straight. And then attempting to roll your pelvis over the top of the femur so that you're putting more arch into your low back. That's going to pull through that hamstring and calf and work the kinetic chain, the alignment between the femur, the tibia, and the ankle. Hold it and breathe. And switch.
And then come all the way up. Just see how that is for a moment. And let's do a little bit of balance work. So grab your block and just stand on one foot, hold it up there, and then take your block around your waist. Nice. Reverse it. Let's go into this circle up over your head. Big arm movements. I got some crunches in my shoulders. And reverse. And release. Switch sides. Find your balance around your waist. Reverse. And up and over. Reverse. And release. Good. Come into your push-up position. We'll do one round of core abs. So coming into a just regular push-up position. Elbows or hands, you choose today. Hold it up there, press through your feet. All the way. Feel your thighs work. Feel your belly work. Push your shoulders so your upper back's not collapsed here, but integrated well into that position so the serratus is working on the side body. Hold it. 3 more breaths. And then roll up onto one side. You may choose any variation, bringing the leg forward, helping it out, taking it back, stacking it up. If you want a lot, lift it up. You choose today. Where are you at? Second side. And back to the first position. And back to that hold. Release it down into your child's pose, taking it all the way back. You can bring your arms back if you want to.
And just rest, letting your tailbone gently tuck down toward your heels, opening up the lumbar erectors. Breathe. And then go ahead and cross your ankles.
Come into a table position, hands facing your heels, or you decide for your wrists what feels the best for you today. Hands out or hands back, and then press up. Letting it once again pull through the front of the pecs, the bicep. Feel your glutes. Hold it up there for that shoulder. This is a position you should be able to move in. So if you had to crawl across a log or balance in some way, your shoulders should be able to do this, moving into that much. I don't remember if it's flexion or extension this way. I have to look it up. But into that position. Find your glutes, hold it 10 seconds. And release down. You choose legs out straight, coming into Shavasana, or legs up over your bench today. Whatever feels best for you.
And then allowing gravity to just press your body into the floor. Letting any little bits that still need to unravel to come out. And to turn your attention to your breathing.
Good work. As you pay attention to your breathing, begin to shift into that seat of the witness. And notice what's arising. Thoughts will arise. See if you can notice the thought without being taken into it. Feel the sensations that exist from your body resting on the floor. See if even for a moment you can just stay with whatever is arising. I'm going to give you 1 minute of just quiet. And I want you to notice whenever you get distracted or that undisciplined mind shows up, and just pull it back. Just every time, pull it back. Nice job. You can gently bring some movement back to your body, or you can turn off your computer and stay and go deeper. Your choice. As you bring some movement around, you're welcome to unmute your computer and check in for the last few minutes before we say goodbye.
Hi, everybody.
I noticed that last week was your birthday. Is that right? We were in class and you didn't even say anything.
Happy birthday, Carol.
Thank you. You know, sometimes you have a lot of birthdays and you have a few to spare.
Sometimes it comes every year and they get to be more and more and more birthdays.
I know they kind of pile up. I don't know. Kathy Kahn had a birthday, and
Yes, Kathy, happy birthday
all
to
these
you.
people.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday to you.
Yep, we've all got them.
Hey, dear Kathy and Carol. Happy birthday to you. And they live down in our alley.
We're going swimming today to celebrate.
We are
Where?
Reservoir.
Pineview Reservoir.
Ooh.
How's
Down in the lowlands.
Fire Island? Has it gotten any warmer, Sid, or is it still kind of?
Oh, yeah, it's a little, but it's cloudy today. Fire Island's great though. I mean, it's kind of remote because hardly anybody, the people who are here are working. So they're in their houses all day.
Oh,
And then you see them come out and walk around or jog around the island or run into the ocean or, go out kayaking really quickly. And then by 7 o'clock, everybody's back in their house. And so, it's kind of nice. Be near the ocean and the seagulls and the sandpipers.
nice.
Nice.
Cool.
So nice. Well, thanks, everybody. I love this little family.
Ira, was that a little distracting for you this morning?
Yeah, sorry, that was very distracting. I'm gonna have to
Are
do
you-
a better job of having their backpacks all packed up so they can leave more easily.
It was very funny.
My friend stopped by to pick up his computer and he went to Tony Shea's house last night, so he's getting the lowdown. So I was also like trying to hear a little bit of what this gentleman has planned for our community who's buying everything. Crazy.
Have you been uploading videos?
I haven't in a little while, so if I get time to do that today, I'll be in my office today, so I'll do some more videos.
Yeah, I really appreciate that if I can't somehow make it because it's the middle of the morning for me. It's like 9:30 to 10:30.
Yeah.
And so I tune in and do one of your other classes.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah,
It's really good to be able to get a class, even if it's a
They're
repeat.
recorded on the computer. I wasn't here, so.
You went to the Tony Resort in Aspen Springs?
Yes.
That thing is crazy. The blow up octopus and I don't know.
What is the
8,000
Tony
security guards.
Resort? What is it?
He turned the Aspen Springs house on the lake into a Las Vegas style resort.
No kidding. In that residential area?
Yeah.
It's his house. It's not really a resort, but that's what he bought as his house.
Wonder how the neighbors feel about that.
They had a little meeting, I think. He invited them all to the meeting.
Oh. Yeah, I think he's right across from Bill Ligety.
No, he's down. He's down on the lake. Bill's up higher.
Oh, okay.
but they're in the same homeowners association. Bill and Cindy went to the little party. Cindy got pissed off and left, I guess. That's what I heard.
Ah,
Tony didn't show up. He just had all the falderall for the homeowners association, wined and dined him because he wants to break all the rules to do the things that he wants to do
of
that
course.
don't go into the CCNRs. That's all I.
Wow. He said there's an entourage that shows up every day and security guards and black SUVs coming and going constantly.
Well, I saw somebody posted a picture the other day on Facebook that was just like, there are 20 tour buses parked outside the Yarrow. 20.
Yeah. Well, so was he there, Kyra?
Yeah, I believe he was there.
Did you see him?
I wasn't there. No, I didn't go. A friend of mine, but he came to pick up his computer while I was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he didn't show up for the homeowners association meeting at his house.
Yeah.
That's when Cindy got mad and left.
Ah, way to go, Cindy.
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear just what someone can come and, I mean, in some ways he's known for revitalizing an entire district and has some really good ideas. And the other thing is that he could be very disruptive, right? So figuring out
Some guy, Tony Caputo, I don't know who it is.
what it is.
Huh.
Nancy, you don't know who it is?
I don't.
Tony Shea was the CEO of Zappos.
Oh,
And he has purchased like 28 properties in the last month.
yeah. No kidding.
28 properties in Park City?
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are they all in the vicinity of his house?
No, commercial and residential all over town. Lots of them up on Empire.
Oh,
He has big plans. He did a revitalization. He did an entire new downtown in Vegas, which is sort of under review at this point. I mean, it's sort of half, yes, this is amazing, and half, what the heck is going on here with this unfinished project?
huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So perhaps the meeting was to share some of his plans and get everybody on board in Aspen Springs. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think everyone's just kind of like, what does he want to do? So
Yeah, well, I have a little Zoom meeting with the ski group, you know, the Strays, Father Bob and Tom Clyde and Bill Ligety and you know, Kevin McCarthy and who else, and Larry Warren. And they met last night, and Bill couldn't come because he was at an HOA meeting at his house, I guess, last night. So that's probably where Cindy walked out. I
yeah.
don't know.
You were keeping right up with things, Sid.
Yeah.
Way to be on it.
Everybody's
Okay,
working,
have a great
working
day,
for it.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Kyra.
Thanks, Sarah.
See you all. Bye.
Bye.